When I stood before him to plead my case, see, the angels brought me there to plead my case. Because all the time I kept asking him, is he going to let me live? I knew that my spirit had crossed the veil. Flesh and blood can't go there. And I knew the only way I could come back, God would have to permit it. And I kept asking the angels every time. I still, no matter what I saw, I still was in love with this old piece of clay. And so they brought me there and let me plead. Brought me to the gate. They wouldn't let me. I didn't go in. I came to the gates of the third heaven, and they told me, I watched 50 saints being permitted to enter the gates of heaven, but they didn't let me go in. They said, they stopped me. The angel stopped me there and says, well, I got to the gate, and he says, if you go in, you can't come out. You got to stay till he brings you back. I said, if I can't come out, then that means my physical life is over. And you told me I could ask him. Angel said, you can ask him, but you stand outside this gate and ask him. And so I did. I came and I was allowed to plead my case. And I was pleading to a God I couldn't see, but I knew it was total silence while I pled my case. I was telling him I reminded him of all my good works. I told him about all the things that I'd done, that's what I was basing on my good work. I told him about all of that. And when he never said a word till I finished. When I finished, then he answered me in a voice that sounded like thunder. Wasn't anything like the voice that Satan had used on him. He says, he started, I'm going to try to quote verbatim exactly what he says. Your faith is dead. Your works are in vain. The life that you lived and offered to me as a life of Christian service is an abomination that I rejected in the Pharisee. What made you think I would accept it from a Laodicean type Christian? In fact, untold millions are living the same kind of life that you lived, and they stand in danger of my everlasting wrath. Unquote, the living God. I couldn't believe he was talking to me. I'm a preacher. I'm a teacher. I just told him about all my good works, what I'd done, And I said, no, Lord, you don't understand. He said, you didn't do those works for me. You did them for a false God. I said, Lord, I worked for you. I called you Lord every day. Yes, you did, but you never made me Lord. What a difference. To call him Lord gives him a title. To make him Lord promotes him to ruler of life. Who is your Lord? But Lord, I was serving you. No, you wasn't. You served a false God. Then he named him. Satan's number one selling false God. SELF. Instantly. I knew everything he said was true.